Hi everybody, my name is Jessie. I'm doing a slightly different video today. I just wanted to do an ASMR video talking about things that I did not know before having a baby. Specifically, this video is going to be about baby or babies. So it's a lot of just funny little things I've noticed with my baby at least. So these things might not apply to every baby, but a lot of things that me and my husband have noticed about our baby at least. Just things about her behaviors, her body, just funny little things that we didn't know or we didn't expect. And we have kind of learned through experience. Some of these things I'd heard of a little bit, but I kind of forgot or just, I don't know, it didn't impress upon me the way it did until we had our baby. So this is in ASMR format, of course. So there's going to be some sounds and it's soft spoken. Okay, so first thing I wanted to talk about was I didn't really know anything about swaddling. Oh, and it's going to get really loud here soon because my husband's mowing the lawn and he's going to get closer, just FYI. But I didn't really know anything about swaddling babies. I had heard of that, and of course you see babies and they're in their little swaddle, their little blankets, and they're all swaddled up. Like here's a very typical swaddle blanket. This is a muslin swaddle blanket. I really like these ones. They're also very absorbent, so they're good when the baby spits up or for nursing. But I didn't really know much about swaddling, particularly in the realm of sleeping. So we kind of learned just over time. In the beginning, our baby did not sleep for very long periods of time, maybe just 3 hours max in the beginning, but often it'd be more like an hour to an hour and a half. So that was really rough because both of us were not getting a lot of sleep. And I didn't really realize that if you swaddle a baby, and particularly when they're really little, if you swaddle their arms in, that they will tend to sleep much longer. You can't do it once they're starting to be able to roll over because then it's a safety issue. But when they're really little, the newborn phase, you can swaddle their arms in and they'll sleep a lot longer. They won't wake up because they have this little startle reflex. And so when their arms are swaddled in, when they have their startle reflex, they don't really wake themselves up so much. So we didn't learn that really for a good month or two, which definitely means we lost some sleep. But yeah, there's all sorts of different swaddle products and stuff. Right now what we're using, we got a 3-pack of, I haven't even used this one yet, but this is a swaddle sack. This brand is Kia Babies, but there's lots of different brands. So basically it has the bottom here, you put the baby in, and then you can Velcro across like that, and it just swaddles their arms in. This one's nice too because it's got a zipper on the bottom. So if you want to do a diaper change in the middle of the night, you can do that. But I've never actually used that feature because I always just take her out of the swaddle to feed her when she wakes up in the middle of the night. So yeah, and then I also, once I have her swaddled in this, I will also just take another swaddle blanket and I'll have it, bigger, so it's folded out, and then I'll just swaddle that around her just to give her a little bit of extra warmth because, she doesn't have any blankets on her, so just to give her a little bit of extra warmth. I think she sleeps well when she's warm, but obviously you don't want them to be too warm. So yeah, I've learned a lot about just what to dress her in while she's sleeping to maximize how much she can sleep, because it's just crazy. If we weren't doing those things, she probably would be sleeping more 1 to 2 to 3 hours tops, whereas if we swaddle her up, she'll sleep more like 3 to 5 hours on average. So it's definitely helped because I was kind of losing my mind when she was waking up every like 1 to 3 hours. That was really rough. But you know, she's little, she needs to nurse often. So you can't expect to just sleep through the whole night with a newborn. Like, that's not really fair to them. But then, yeah, so right now she's about 2 months. We're almost exactly 2 months postpartum. And so soon we're going to have to start trying some more transitional swaddles. So I've got a couple that we can try once she starts rolling over or showing signs to roll over. Like this one, as you can see, it allows her arms to be out, but they're still kind of swaddled in. So we'll try that one. And then this one is the funniest. I'm excited to try. I don't know if it'll work or not for her, but this is called a Magic Merlin. Baby Merlin's Magic Sleep Suit. I got this on Facebook Marketplace, and it's just this like super soft comforter like suit that you zip them into. And apparently it really helps them to sleep, or some babies at least. Every baby's different, so some people really like this, so I'm excited to try it. So that was the first thing that I didn't really, that we learned in the process of having a baby. And I'd watched a lot of videos about babies. I never really interacted with a lot of babies myself before this, but I'd watched a lot of videos. So kind of related to sleep and swaddling. So it's so cute when we take her out of her swaddle, or when I take her out in the middle of the night to nurse her. She stretches so much. It's so cute. So I just didn't realize like how much babies stretch. She kind of reminds me of our cats, because like every time our cats change position or something, they reset and they'll like stretch forward, stretch back. And she's kind of the same way. So like if she's been in a position for a long time, when you move her or wake her up or take her out of her swaddle, she's just immediately like, and she's like so excited, and she's so cute, and her whole spine stretches back. So it's really cute. So that's another thing that I just like didn't think to expect. It makes sense, but it's really cute. Okay, this one is really funny, and I had never heard of this, and I'm curious if you're the same way, you know, whether or not you've had a child. This one's specific to baby girls. So baby girls, as we learned, have a little period within the first week or so that they're born. Like they bleed a little bit vaginally for a few days, kind of the same thing as like, you know, when you get your period as a teenager. So yeah, so unexpected. And of course when it happened, my partner and I both were kind of concerned, and we called our midwife about it, but she said, oh, it's totally normal, her hormones are regulating, she's just gonna have a little period. So she did for about 6 days or so. Yeah, babies also often get baby acne, and our daughter did. Right now she doesn't really have it much, but she did have a little bit for a couple weeks. So I was joking, I was like, it's a rough start to the world. You got your period and baby acne within the first month. So yeah. Okay, another thing that I did not know about is, and this is something my daughter had, she has it on her eyelids and also the back of her neck, and they're called either stork bites, salmon patch, I googled it, salmon patch, or angel kiss apparently, and they're just like little like red patches where there's like, you can see the vein, kind of more like veins and capillaries, and typically they usually go away within several months is what I heard. Hers haven't yet, but apparently they might, and I guess people aren't sure what causes them, but my naturopath said she has a theory that she doesn't know if it's true, but it could be due to long labors or like pressure. coming out during labor. So that would make sense if that were true in any way, because I did have a 53-hour labor. So don't know, but anyway, yeah, our daughter has those little stork bites, or salmon patch, or angel kiss. Okay, another funny thing, like I knew this, but I just had forgotten about it. Babies, their skulls are not like, the bones are not fused, so they have a little soft spot like right here on their head where the skull bones don't touch, and it will come together in the next, I think, few months. But she's got a little soft spot. It's so cute. And my husband one day noticed that if you look at it closely, you can see it pulsing, because the blood flow, or like brain, cerebral spinal fluid, something, you can see it pulsing. So that's funny. Okay, this one totally caught me off guard, and let me know if you have a baby and you had the same problem, because this was a problem for us. She gets, like, we call it neck cheese. So she has gained weight pretty quickly. She started off 6 pounds 10 ounces, and within like 3 or 4 weeks she was like almost 10 pounds, or yeah, but definitely by 6 weeks she was 10 pounds. Now she's probably 11 pounds at 8 weeks. So yeah, she's gained weight really well. And so she's got a lot of chunk, and her neck especially, she has these rolls, and just like rolls on rolls on rolls, and the rolls don't see the air and the sun. They like don't get exposed to the light. So it's not good. It's like an anaerobic environment where bacteria thrive, and particularly if she's hot, or if sweaty, or there's any liquid or anything, it's just worse. So she gets what we call neck cheese, which is where there's kind of like a little buildup of like wet bacteria that you have to like clean off and wipe off and bathe off. But even so, it would build up so quickly, and if you smell it, it smells like funky cheese. It's kind of like if you've ever like really dug in your belly button and smelled it, can almost smell a little cheesy. It's like that, but on steroids. So yeah, at first it was cute, but as she kept gaining weight, it was like a problem where, even if I would clean it, it would just come back so quickly, because it's never getting exposed to the air and the light. So I'm not sure if this is going to permanently be our solution, but fingers crossed, I think I found a solution. So I made, you could buy something similar, but I made a zinc oxide cream. It was just zinc oxide and glycerin, zinc oxide powder. And I put it on her neck, and it's kept her neck really dry, and there's no smell. And so yeah, zinc oxide is often in like diaper rash creams, so I figured maybe it would be helpful for her neck, and it totally has been, but it's only been 2 days. So anyway, that was a total surprise, the whole neck cheese saga. Another funny thing that's kind of related is she gets like crazy lint between her little fingers and in her hands, because oftentimes she'll have her little hands closed, or even if they're open, like she's not cleaning them out. So a lot of times if she's like grabbing at her clothes or her swaddles or anything, cat hair, whatever, collects in her little fingers, and like in here. And so oftentimes I will, hi Lulu. Oftentimes I will like try to like open up her little fingers and like pick out the lint. It's so funny. And of course she always tries to fight me. Like if I try to like open up her fingers, she's like, So it's pretty funny. So that was another thing I did not think to expect. It's the lint. Okay, another topic that was totally a surprise to me, and this might be more specific to our daughter, but she grunts so much. So sorry, it's getting really loud because my husband's getting closer with the lawnmower. She grunts so much. She'll do it in her sleep too. So she'll just make these grunting sounds like, and she'll do it with her mouth closed. So it's really like kind of alarming to see. But she'll just like make grunting sounds, and I don't think it's always because she's like trying to poop or fart or something. I don't know, maybe it's like she's stretching but yeah, she makes these funny grunting sounds. It's really cute. Okay, and then yeah, speaking of farting, babies, or at least she, farts a lot. So it's pretty funny. But gosh, I just realized she hasn't like farted in the last 24 hours. It's so funny. And then other times she'll fart like so many times. It just kind of depends, I guess. But yeah, babies fart quite a bit. So it's normal, healthy. I think their like gas apparently kind of peaks around 6 weeks and then typically decreases. So she's around 8 weeks right now. On the topic of bottoms, I wanted to just talk about diapers, disposable diapers in particular. I did not realize diapers are so absorbent, or disposable diapers, at least this diaper, as you can see, disposable diaper, very thin profile. This is the brand Healthy Baby in a size 2, and this is an expensive diaper, but I chose it because it's what's it called, EWG, Environmental Working Group certified. It doesn't really have any like toxic ingredients in it, basically. So, but anyway, super absorbent. So I didn't realize diapers could last up to 12 hours. Of course, if they pooped, you just want to go ahead and change that. But if they've just peed, these can hold a lot of pee, and it's not like they're just sitting in wet pee, because it's so absorbent that it wicks all the moisture, and so she hasn't gotten any diaper rash, which I was expecting we were going to have to deal with diaper rash, but instead we've dealt with neck rash and neck cheese, so that was totally unexpected. So yeah, didn't know diapers were so absorbent. More on the subject of poop, I had heard that baby poop was yellow before they start solids, but I just didn't realize like how vibrantly yellow it is. Like, it literally looks like French's mustard. So that was funny. And sometimes when she poops, there's so much of it. Again, totally normal, but it's just like, whoa. And it goes like all the way up the back, all the way up the front. So we've definitely had some blowouts. And it's just funny because, like, you know how they say for girls you're supposed to like not let poop go near their vagina because that can cause yeast infections and all this stuff. So they're always like, wipe front to back and all this, but like literally every time she poops, it just like goes all over her vagina. So it's like but I don't think it, honestly, I don't think that her baby poop would cause her yeast infections now, because it's so like pure and simple. Like, she's literally just breastfed, you know, so I don't know. Hasn't caused any issues yet, at least. And I learned too that, because I was like Googling stuff, I learned too that some babies will only poop like once a week. They'll like save it all up for once a week and then have like massive poops. I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good thing, but I think that's in the realm of normal, according to Google at least. And I found that out because there was definitely a few days where she didn't poop for like 2 days, and I was like she was peeing but she wasn't pooping, so I was like, is this normal, you know? Then there was a lot of people on Reddit talking about how their baby poops once a week, and I was like, oh my god. So it's kind of nice actually that she only poops usually like once a day max, because then you don't have to change so many diapers. So okay, I think that's everything. Yeah. good note to end on. Just wanted to share some things in ASMR format that I did not know about babies, or my baby at least, until having her. And I'm going to do one more video like this, but it's going to be related to more so like me and the parent end of things, and a lot of stuff around like postpartum and breastfeeding specifically. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned, because I will be putting that video out probably pretty soon as well. Okay, bye.